Let's have an audio check. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Checking the audio on the TV. Let's have an audio check. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Checking the audio on the TV. Okay, that works. What exactly am I doing today? We're going to go YouTube style because I came from YouTube. If I can get another 960 some odd subscribers, I can go back to YouTube and do both platforms. But for now, we're going to do a YouTube video live here on Twitch, doing what I typically do. This is an IRL stream that includes, as you can see, technology. And I added the word veterans on there also because, well, I am one. In fact, I'm retired military, retired Air Force. So in case you hadn't noticed, I had put a United States Air Force insignia of grade on my resting page on here, even though most of the time I'm hosting somebody. My insignia of grade at retirement was E7. That's Master Sergeant. Okay, we're gonna get on with the show. Coffee? You want me to hydrate? I'll hydrate with that this morning, and later we'll hydrate with water. If you want to send the hydrate bot over here, be my guest. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Because, well, I'm going to drink coffee until at least 12 noon. That's a whole another hour yet for me. Here's what we're doing. I already have prepared this little hard drive. I put Windows 10 on it. Using a command line procedure with, let me show you, let me look up the stuff. Let me center the camera. This stuff in the background is a Z77 motherboard. On top of that is a power supply, a cheap power supply, and this is simply a SATA data cable. And this is the box with that enclosure I have. I won't be using the enclosure for hooking up to the motherboard. So we'll move this out of the way. This cable failed on this computer the other day. Throwing blue screens of death. But we're going to do it again. We're going to test it on here. This motherboard has no case. The whole point of this exercise is to build a computer on top of the motherboard box. Because I don't have a case available for it right now. And I put a image of Windows 10 on this drive just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Let me get rid of my 500 desktop icons that you don't need to see. So what we have here turn that off now. This right here is the new release of Windows 10. And this is what I use to deploy it to the hard drive over here. I simply use disk management. I hooked it up to the computer via the device because it's a USB device. And then I said, get rid of the partitions that are on it. And then I redid the partitions, a 500 megabyte partition for the system, and the rest of the device, kind of like this disk 0 here. The rest of the device has all its data available. And I use this command, and yes, you can use the .esd. This is how the ISO file literally comes over, is as the ESD file, and then it creates an ISO file for you on your computer, which is why it takes a little bit of time to do it. But this is a encrypted and compressed install WIM file. That's all that is, and this command can install that directly. So that was on the source after I mounted the ISO file. Index number 3 is, I hope it's professional. I'll find out in a moment. And G drive, probably dir G is where the drive was mounted. So here I am back over here. Behind me, you can't see yet, but I'm going to switch camera. I have a 2-camera setup over here. Oh, boys and girls. Let me see if this even works. That's my 720p camera here. Yeah, you can see video. 720p camera's over here because I'm building the computer on this surface. You can't see the surface. Right down there, I have to move some stuff out of the way. In this small little area, I'm going to attempt to build a computer. And if I have to move stuff out of the way in doing so, like this mouse, then I'll do that. And somehow my mouse pad just peeled off onto my surface, so I have to clean that now. So pardon me. All this stuff out. And the dog is guarding the door, so if something happens outside, don't be surprised he barks at it. I still need to clean it off some more. So we'll scrub this off. Somehow it comes there too. This being a live show, This stream is in real life. And little things like that get in the way of my in real life. I'm assuming my audio still works. Alright, this camera, the microphone has been completely disabled. There's only one microphone being used, and it's the one in that C920 camera. Someday, if I get enough tips, I'll get a better microphone. Now I'll start doing stuff Barnacle style. So sit back, microphone sitting like this. Oh yes, I'm over here, 720p camera. Microphone, big microphone sitting right in front of me, and I'll just go, yeah, thanks for that tip, and thanks for the bits, and thanks for the 500 subscriptions per hour that he gets. I don't know how he's that popular, but he is. Let's get the computer build started, shall we? Because I also promised. I see that somebody gave me a raid, and I appreciate that. Well, not a raid, auto host. NABPP gave me an auto host for 4 viewers. Thank you very much. That was good 8 minutes ago. I just now caught it. We'll bring this over here. This has a cheap power supply. And a silverfish box here. This power supply has seen better days. And I'm going to test it. I'm going to hook it up to power without any load on it and see if it has a problem before we go any further. What's the temperature in this house, DT? 30 degrees Celsius. Power supply has a switch and it's off. Alright, stand clear, smoke test. Yes, I'm picking it up, not testing it. We're literally having a smoke test right now. Let's see if it catches fire right in front of us. Without a load, it probably won't do much, but it'll catch anything. If anything's bad in there, it'll catch them first. This power supply is at least 5 years old. In fact, it even has some data on it. Didn't say it didn't have a date on that side. Remove power. No date on this side either. 12-volt rail. Says 16 amps on 2 different rails. 5 volt and 3.3 volt or 105 watts. Total output is 525 max. Geez, that's what this says they are. And there's no date available. I think it's at least 5 years old. It also has some signs of rust on it. But the last time I checked it, it was working. So let's move this out. We'll move this over here. This out of the way. This is a Z77 motherboard from Gigabyte. This is where my i5 3570K used to live. But I could only overclock the processor to 4.1 gigahertz maximum. And the main reason I couldn't get past that is because I can't control the V core of the chip. The motherboard hasn't locked in an automatic mode, and I can't get it above 4.1 gigahertz. Another reason why, see, my i5 is over here with the 877 motherboard now. The reason why it's over there is because this motherboard also had a PCIe failure, and it took out a video card. I like that video card too, but it's gone and got destroyed. But the last time I checked this PCIe port, it worked just fine. I have, as everybody knows, this is a LGA 1155. Here's the original CPU cover. Put that there. On top of the box. The CPU in it at the moment is a Celeron. It's a Sunybridge G550. Memory has 4 gigs of memory. It's in pretty good shape otherwise. There's no rust on it at all. I'm going to spin it like that. And we're going to start hooking up the power supply. This is not a lesson on how to do a computer. If you want to learn how to build a computer, go to YouTube and look up the user. Carey Holtzman, C-A-R-E-Y, space Holtzman, H-O-L-Z-M-A-N, on YouTube. Look up that, and he must have 500 videos on how to build a computer. Oh, he also has a channel here on Twitch. Same name with no space. You see, it's in reverse. Let's pick up the camera. You see that white connector? I'm going to put this black cable into it. Can I do it to hold the camera? No, let's not do that. Spin it around like this. Still. Okay, there's the target, and here's what I'm putting into it. This has a 20 pin and a 4 pin, and they go together like that. See the arrows? They're not exactly aligned, but trust me, the cable is installed correctly. CPU power. Oh, there's another reason why I couldn't overclock my i5. Also because there's only a 4-pin CPU connector. You see that? It's only have 4 pins. This is a cheap motherboard, and I thought it was able to overclock CPUs. And I was partially correct, but the base clock of that CPU is 3.7, I think. Or I forget exactly what it is offhand. But I can only get it up to max turbo of 4.1, and that was it. Alright, that's where that goes. And now I'm going to put a load on the motherboard. We're going to do another smoke test. Plug. Switches off. Oh, and you might screwdriver. Mr. Harrison, how you doing? I had to, last night I had to miss God's Next Stream because I'll admit it, I was watching ABC Primetime last night. I was watching Once Upon a Time and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Next week is their series and season finale, respectively, on the 18th. That's where I'll be next week, watching ABC Primetime. Did I turn this on? No. All right, smoke test number 1. I'm going to flip the switch. Where's the switch? There's the switch. I'm going to flip it over. Bam. You still don't see any smoke. So that's what this is for now. The screwdriver, I'm going to short the pins out so I can start the motherboard. Right? The target is right there where the white connector is. Let me verify which ones are which. This will not harm the motherboard. I'm simply shorting out 2 pins like a switch was connected onto it. Oh, I can't see. PW. Actually, that's the power light. Where's the power button? Oh, power LEDs over here on the right, underneath the speaker. So yes, these 2 right here, really tiny. Better glasses. CPU fan was spinning for a second there, but it stopped. I may have a power supply failure. I'm getting the stronger glasses out. also need a light. Alright, I'm removing power. I'm disconnecting the power completely because it's got symptoms now that memory may need to be reseated. So I'm going to reseat the memory. Before I do that, this one's already out, so nothing I can do about that one. I'm just swapping the memories around. Alright, memory's reseated. Let's try it again. This has been in the box for a while. Okay, the CPU fan keeps turning on and off. Seems to be okay at the moment. So now I'm going to hook up video to it. And a message to Twitch. Let me get it into a camera. Message to Twitch. There's somebody playing music close to my microphone, and I'm going to ignore the music. There's nothing I can do about the music. They decided to start blasting it while I'm trying to do a live show. So, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully the other ambient noise will block it out for you guys. I'm going to remove power before I continue. All right. That's what we want to see. I'll just bring the camera around so you can see the screen. I'll read it to you. It says reboot and select proper boot device. Let me get in there closer. Reboot and select proper boot device. Or insert boot media in selected boot device and press a key. When you get this message, that tells me that that processor and that memory is working. If you're a person like Paul's Hardware, who build $10,000 computers, he had a $10,000 computer built the other day. Let me sit down for a second. Get my coffee. I'm waiting for Twice to catch up. Let me get closer so you can see my pretty face. Paul's Hardware, the same person who does awesome hardware, on my below the video. He built a $10,000 computer the other day. X399 platform with a Threadripper and a mini ITX motherboard with an AM4 socket, and he put a i5 2400G in there. So the computer is literally got two motherboards in it. He's still waiting to get a power supply for the lower end motherboard. But when he went to test the hardware, he had no monitor hooked up to the motherboard at all. In fact, it had a brand new video card in there too. If you don't do a boot test with a monitor attached, I don't care how pretty the lights look, but if you don't show me what the computer's output is, like I just showed you, then I'm going to give you a dislike on your video because you did not do a proper boot test. Now, removing power. I'm investigating where the music's come from. It's coming from across the street, I think. It's Spanish music. It's probably created in Panama, so if there's a copyright issue, you'll have to take it up with the people who created it here in Panama. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. If not, we'll continue. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave it going anyway. SATA cable. I'm going to hook up this device to a 6.0 port. The G77 motherboard has these two here are 6 gigabit ports, SATA 3, and these other 4 are SATA 3, or these are SATA 2, or at 3 gigabit per second, and this one's 6 gigabit per second. drive is rated at 6, so we're going to put it in the white one like that. Give the drive some power. This motherboard only has one solder connector. Okay. The drive has Windows 10 already on it, but I do not have the boot. At the moment, it is not bootable. So I have to fix it with this. I also will need a keyboard. Where's the keyboard connected? On top of it. I'll worry about a mouse when I get worried about a mouse in a minute. I'm going to take my chances and have the drive just dangle down there. What do you think? It's only being supported by the 2 cables connected to it. Not a very good shot. Alright, I'm going to disconnect the video from the monitor. So it'll switch to the proper video input automatically. What? Oh, it's literally looking through the blades of the CPU fan. Okay, the reason why we're booted there is because I need to fix the boot. The hard drive has a boot issue unless I fix it. And I can't use that mouse. My air conditioner says 28 degrees Celsius, and I'm hot over here. This, as I said, is the CPU and the CPU fan. It's sort of kind of in the way of the screen. Alright, let's see what we can do this time. I may have to reinstall Windows with this. It's just going to take longer. Just, I want startup repair. Last time I did it wrong. Let's see if that'll fix it. If I can't get Windows to do it, then I'm going to have to reinstall Windows. So the startup repair could repair the PC. It sure would be nice to have a mouse connected to that. There's the mouse. Alright, I have a mouse now. Shoot. Alright, I'm going to I need to do some research, so bear with me. Okay, this says I need to run a BCD boot command against the Windows folder and see if that'll work. Or I may have to do something a little bit more advanced. I'll show you what it is as soon as I get the keyboard moved. Remember that hard drive is still dangling down below. First of all, we need to figure out where's what. Okay, that's the USB drive. There's my image. BCD boot E. BCD boot E Windows. Let's see. This is a Spanish keyboard. The colon is where the enya is. And no, that's the incorrect syntax. D shift enya. Okay. Not able to get the stuff over there. You know what that means, right, boys and girls? We're going to reinstall Windows. I don't want to turn off the computer. There is no previous version. Fine, I'll turn it off. I didn't want to turn it off. I wish you would, Microsoft, if you're listening, we need a restart option during this troubleshooting phase. And the BCD boot should have worked when I used it, and it didn't work. So now I have to reinstall, I have to install Windows from scratch. It'd be really helpful if I could find my flashlights. 2 flashlights. And neither one were anywhere near me. So get rid of that since it didn't work. Get rid of this. How we doing, everybody? It's almost 12 noon in Panama now. I thought I was going to save some time and have my Windows installation already installed, but I didn't get the boot part of it fixed. So we're just gonna reinstall Windows right now. I have a product key. In fact, I have a product key for this motherboard for professional. Okay, we're going to take all this stuff out. Bam. Okay, let's just install Windows from the stick. It's in a USB 2.0 port, so that means, well, it could take up to 10 minutes for this part. So what shall we talk about? Getting the coffee now. I'm going to mute for a second. I'm going to find the actual source of the music. Okay, the music is coming from across the street where they have just constructed over the last 5 or 6 months. They constructed a car wash. But I have never seen any water come out of the building to wash the cars. And it's Saturday, so I guess they think it's also a discotheque. So nobody seems to be saying anything about that music. I'm going to assume you cannot hear their music. And I have yet to determine what kind of music I can play on my channel. So we're just going to keep it music free for now. Don't try to do a song request because, as I explained a couple of weeks ago, what's posted to YouTube isn't necessarily authorized by Twitch and vice versa. So you're not going to hear any music on my channel unless it's authorized by Twitch. And I haven't figured out what's authorized yet, except that the music.twitch.tv website. And I haven't figured that out yet either. I don't know if you can see that or not. We're at 83%. So, at the moment, the motherboard only has Intel graphics for that Celeron. So we can do basic games. We can even put Wolfenstein 3D on there. But if you want something a little bit more horsepower, I'm going to have to go dig out my... I have one graphics card available I can install into it right now. It's an old it's an old NVIDIA GT, no, it's an 8400 GS. It's hard to see it with a white background there. Now the dog's getting riled up. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Just another day in the neighborhood, installing yet another Windows installation. This is what I expected it to do when I first hooked it up. But I forgot to take care of the boot situation, so I had to reinstall it, just like everybody else installed it. Getting devices ready, it says. There's the dog. Say hello, Mr. Dog. He's getting ready. Oh, I already said that. Temperature now 29 degrees Celsius. Over on this side of the house, it's yes. This room is so big. I actually have 2 thermometers. The air conditioner says 29 degrees Celsius, and this clock can't see it very well because my cable length is preventing me from going over there. But there's another clock right there, and it says 83.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And my forehead says I'm hot. So here in a little bit, it's not going to be long now. I'm going to have to take the shirt off again. I think I have the air conditioner on 28, which means it should turn on. Yes, it'll turn on when it hits 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, I have a fan blowing. I have the air conditioner running. So maybe you guys can't hear that music coming from outside. I know this is boring. You guys are used to seeing games going on Twitch. But I'm not. I game at my own pace. My preferred thing to do is build computers like I just did. And then maybe I'll throw a game on there. I don't know yet. After all, it is only a G550 CPU. I currently have 6 emails straight from Twitch saying there's 6 of you online. I'll even show them to you, as long as nothing's being revealed. From the bottom. I got them sorted by reverse receive. Those people are waiting for me to click on their link. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Put that back on me for a moment. Yes, I changed my glasses in case you didn't see that earlier. Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. Yes, I need a shave. You guys want me to shave? I'll do it in front of you, live. Yes or no? I'll give you about a minute or so to decide. Still need to finish up that installation. For those who came in late, I'm not the only one on the internet that does this. That is, put computers together. Kerry Holtzman on YouTube. Draga1 on YouTube. DRUAGA1. He's also on Twitch. Although he doesn't do much on Twitch anymore now that he discovered the super chat on YouTube. Okay. Put this in my lap. Keyboard's in the lap. I'm moving the mouse around, manipulate. Region United States. Keyboard United States. No second keyboard. Ethernet port is disabled. Let's skip signing into Microsoft, please. Name is DT. And we don't need a password. We don't need a password at the moment. No Cortana's. No speech. Don't find my device. Don't ink me. Don't give me an ad ID. No location. Just turn all these off. Nobody said shave, so I'm not going to shave. Next week I'll shave in front of it. How's that? On Tuesday. The music doesn't bother me unless I'm trying to sleep. Usually they don't play the music after it's dark, thankfully. Although occasionally other people do make noise at night. Over the weekend, noise means wherever I'm going to be sleeping wherever the noise is not. There's the drive where everything's being handled at the moment, hanging by those cables. That's just an ordinary laptop hard drive. And the installation is ready. I do not like that search bar, so I get rid of that right away. I don't need the mail pin. I don't need the store pin. I don't need the people thingy. And this is looking for a display driver, but it looks like it's already installed. Display settings. Yeah, this is 1080p. And oh, by the way, here's another tech tip for you. If you're not connected to the internet at the very beginning, you can do personalizations. One of my personalizations is down here. Color. I like it dark. You see that? I also want accent colors on my taskbar because with this version of Windows, they changed something on the bottom where you can't see the taskbar anymore. I prefer looking at the taskbar. Color. I want that color always. And you can even, I'll put it on themes, you can even turn on desktop icon settings. Like that. Sort by type. That puts this up here. And you also want auto arrange the icons just like that. So in this version of Windows, Microsoft Edge decided to put itself on the desktop. You can remove it simply by deleting it, because that's only an icon. It's only a shortcut. And where does it think I am? No agenda on there. It thinks I'm in Pacific time zone. Here's where I really am. This has Central America listed, but that's not where I am. I am in Central America, but most of Central America is GMT plus 6 or minus 6. I'm actually minus 5, which is minus 5. I picked that one. Bogota, Lima, Quito, and Rio Blanco. Well, it also includes Panama City, Panama. So there you go. All I put in. That's where I am. What does the clock say now? The clock says I'm at 1:57 p.m. So that's an indicator that the battery on the motherboard might be going south. And now I need to steal that. Let me get closer to it. With the green light, I need to steal that so I can connect to the internet. But you're going to lose this camera. So say goodbye. I'll turn on the other camera. How's that? I'm going to put the camera right there. How am I going to do this? Because I disconnected the video also. I need to disconnect it. I need to stop it from broadcasting. the way. And I have nothing hooked up to it. Nothing's hooked up to that at all. If only I had another mouse. I have another mouse, but it's PS2. Oh, never mind. Oh, this mouse is USB anyway. But this mouse has a wire. I don't like wires on my mice. Not when you can get a wireless mouse for $6. So say goodbye for our camera. Kill that. Kill that. This over here so I know what it belongs to. Oh, I need to disconnect this. I also need to disconnect the wireless. Is it disconnected? Now it is. Thank you, Windows. Right. Good. Switch back to VGA automatically. Let me disconnect the media that's in this computer. Here. Eject. This is where Windows came from. Oh, you don't have a camera. Now you have a camera. How's everybody doing? So this is the Wi-Fi device. Only 150 megabits per second. Before I hook this up, I want to do one more thing. What is it? Well, I can hook it up right now. I just it would need to access to the router. It also needs software. I don't know if this has what I need or not. This has good. I need this software to install the wireless. It does not come with Windows 10. Device manager. I know it's far, far away from you now. Update driver for USB 2.0 LAN device. I think that's what it said. WLAN, which is wireless. Put in the thing that I just copied and pasted. Oh, now it's installing the driver. Okay, the driver's installed now. Now I have to hook it up to the internet. Put the settings gear here on the taskbar. We're going to go to activation. It currently has a generic Windows 10 Pro key. So I'm going to click on the wireless device here on the taskbar, select my router, and hit connect. And now I'm going to step over here and push the button on the router. If I can find the button. I don't even know if I pressed it. Stand by. Need lights. Now I know I pressed it. It is connected. Oh, look at there. When is it activated with a digital license? I told you this motherboard had a product key. Oh, the key is stored at Microsoft servers. This is Windows 10. You don't have to put a key. They know what your key is. They already have a hardware hash for this motherboard. I now have 7 computers with Windows activation. But unfortunately, I only have 6 cases. Go over here. I need to change some stuff now. In remote settings, allow remote access, because this is a professional computer. I also need to change the computer name to Gigabyte. When it is activated, it is right here on the bottom, even though you can't see it with that camera. Confirm 4 gigs of memory. I do not know if it's trying to install anything via Windows Update. Okay, not just yet. Might be trying to install the graphics driver though. Hard to say. We're going to, I need to do a restart. Oh, it just flashed. That means you just installed the graphics driver for Intel graphics. What is that? Intel HD graphics. properties. Driver, the driver for this Celeron, this is as I said, a Celeron G550. It came from, it's literally dated this on the 19th of May, 2 years ago. Okay, now we can restart. Let's do the restart. Oh, I need to do one more thing. I forgot. Settings. Accounts. I need to set a password. Remote desktop is impossible without a password. Don't steal my password. I'm going to add a pin also. I have a pin number. Restarting Windows. Restart required for the computer name change. Hey Warlock, how's it going? Turn you something on here on my daily driver machine and see if it shows up on the network. The former name is on here. Disabling synergy again, because this mouse keeps wanting to go to the center of the screen and it gets in my way. Logging in the Windows. Just changing some stuff around because I don't like using their quick access crap on the main page, main Explorer page. Do that. Do that. There's stuff on here. I got some goodies on that. I have some goodies on here. I need to copy order the desktop. If I click this knee night, it'll install a bunch of things that I like, including Steam. It's the beginning of gaming on this computer. If I start installing from that. Now we're going to see if we can hook up this one for. We're going to see if we can. Oh, I forgot about OneDrive. OneDrive just will not leave you alone. Apps. Pick up the keyboard. OneDrive. Uninstall. Thank you. Like that. And I'll try to log into it so we can see what's going on. Keep it on here. Okie dokie. I was afraid of that. The gigabyte machine is not showing up on my Windows here. I'll show it to you when I'm ready. I can connect to the other computer though. View by list, sort by type, view, explore options, view, apply to all folders, yes, okay, close that, go to my target, put that on the desktop with a shortcut, we need to resort this by date modified. Copy. Copy. Paste. Fix. Explore. Blah, blah, blah. I just made it so it'll show up over here now. Let me verify the computer name. Computer name is Gigabyte. So that isn't what this says. This says something different. I have it refreshed. I'm refreshing just so you can try to pick up the Gigabyte thing. The name of that computer is Gigabyte. The name of this computer, the daily driver, is Gigabyte 2. Two different computers. Huh. Okay, it's not being very cooperative. It says local account DDT, which is what that is. Alright, it's not connecting. You know, I've only done this about 50 times in my life. I've gotten it to work 49 times. We're trying for number 50 right now. There's always something getting in the way. Always something. The computer's called Gigabyte. Remote setting is turned on. Network discovery is turned off. That's why it's not working. I forgot one step. I don't need that anymore. It should work now. One step. Now you can see it. System. About. On the bottom, right here, Windows specifications, Windows 10 Pro, version 1803, installed today. OS build is 17134.1, which means we need to do a Windows update. I know for a fact that it's a Windows update because about 10 days after they gave me the ISO file for this, they did an update for was patch Tuesday, and everything came out for it. Antivirus is installing. Motion software removal tool is installing. Adobe Flash Player is installing, and that's new. I haven't seen that before until now. So all my computers need that. Everybody's computer needs that because that's for Microsoft Edge. No, they're not coming to take me away. Ha ha. That's the closest you're going to get to music from my channel that's not authorized by Twitch. I see all these bots, Nightbot, etc., 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 has a song request command, and it says song exclamation point SR artist, or it's the name of song. And what does it do? It searches for it on YouTube. As I explained earlier, what's authorized on YouTube isn't necessarily authorized on Twitch. And what's authorized on Twitch isn't necessarily authorized on YouTube. They're two different companies, guys. This out of the way. I did this. We're waiting for it to scan over the network, I guess. Here we go. Okay, I did something wrong. Copy that. Looking for the CPU. Copy that. I have to hold it down until it acknowledges my existence. Okay, I have to wait for it again. I also lost connection. Delete. Taskbar. Execute. There we go. Intel Celeron G550, Sandy Bridge, 65 watt processor, and it runs, when it's at full blast, it's 2.6 gigahertz. And it settles down to 1.6. Install the GPU. Okay, on the left here we have Anyway, it's looking at, it's Intel HD graphics, like GT1. It doesn't show all of it. Graphics. It doesn't say what level of HD graphics it is. DDR3 memory, two sticks of 2 each, running at the maximum of 1333. That's a limitation by the processor. I don't even know what their speed is. They're probably 1333. I'm not real sure though. But it's going to run at 1333 because of the processor. Want to see a crappy benchmark? Multi-thread is only 454. Single thread is 226. Compared to an E8500. A little bit, but the Core 2 Dual E8500 is slightly better than this Celeron. Empty that. Are we ready for restart? We're waiting for stuff. GPU Celeron GPU or CPU G550 with 2 cores and 2 threads, 4 GB of memory, hard drive sitting at 100%. Put the status over here on the right. I don't know what that means. Looks like a little green leaf. Currently installing antivirus. And it's going to check for updates again, and then it's going to tell me to restart. And as I explained to you guys the other day, wait for it to say, oh, we have another download. It had to upgrade. It had to update the antivirus 2 times. I will be back in a second. Sorry about that. I used the little boys' room. So, am I being heard? Yes. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you are streaming and there's a Windows update pending, which is every second Tuesday of the month, change your active hours to match your streaming time, and then it will not restart your computer. Capiche? I've heard all kinds of horror stories about that, and the solution is really, really simple. Ordinarily, I don't run my air conditioner into the ground like this, but I have a shirt on and it's warm outside. This says it's 88 degrees outside. 31 degrees Celsius. Forecast calls for 31 degrees Celsius for a high, 23 for a low, and thunderstorms this afternoon. Welcome to rainy season here in Panama. We don't have severe storms like they do in the United States right now, but we do have thunderstorms. And if it gets violent enough, I will shut down the computers. Just to safeguard against lightning strikes. I do not know what's going on over here on the computer that I just built, as there's no video. I just turn it off. I did not mean to turn it off. But it did fix the display. I'm going to put out a straw poll or a poll on Twitter. I'm going to ask you guys, do you guys care about overlays on Twitch? Let me give you an example of an overlay that gets in the way of the game. On Jinx, G-Y-I-N-X. His overlay is in the way of the game. I can't see the direction he's running his Fortnite character. He has that covered up by an overlay. And the overlay says his name is Jinx. Jinx, we know who you are, number one. And number two, he has his name Jinx underneath where his camera is also. So you don't have to have that on there twice. I'd rather see what direction your guy is running in on the game itself. So if you're listening in, that's suggestion number one. And number two, you still haven't slowed down your speed. You're still at 6,000. It's too fast for me. I can't. If I don't have an option to slow it down, I'm not going to stick around. It's too much buffering. I do not have an option. I must If Twitch doesn't give me an option to slow it down, then I have to leave. I do not enjoy watching buffering. And it's not my fault. And it's not my ISP's fault. It's Twitch's fault, because that's the maximum I get from Twitch, is 6 megabits per second. So if you're streaming faster than that, guess what? I'm going to buffer. I've already discussed this several times. Let me log in locally here. I need to get something else, some gigabyte board, a gigabyte computer. Okay, I'm in the cache. I need to get a menu. I need to reset it's not there. Reset. Okay, we're waiting for the computer to do the scan of what's being displayed. This is probably why I have this computer in a box, because its processor is way too slow for me. I don't even know if I'm looking for the right thing. I literally need my 500 icons to see what I'm looking for. Reset and register Windows Spotlight. I've already discussed that with you guys as well. Turn this off. Okay, next question is, where is it? It says it's in the cache folder, where I have that set. Yep. So we're literally waiting for that. And it still hasn't given me anything. Type it again. Copy. Paste. Why am I doing this? Because it's not downloading my lock screen. So we're going to restart it. Clears out old crap. And then restarts the app that controls that. Personalized. Lock screen. You see this lock screen here? That's the default. If you see that, then the Windows Spotlight is not working properly. What is L? I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably you can see it from afar. Red alert, it's 1 p.m. in Panama. So, what's going on with Microsoft Store? We're looking for Microsoft apps updates. This says I'm good to go. So why does this have a bunch of down arrows on here? Let's restart the computer again. Let's see who's done. Guess who's online right now, guys? You're right. Ninja. And I can't go over there again. Ninja has 170 million views. 128,000 Twitch users are currently watching him. He's playing Fortnite again. He is 52,000 short of 7 million followers. He only followed 223. And this is indicating that he's getting a subscription about once every 30 seconds. A new subscription. He literally, this is his job. This is how he makes his money. Playing Fortnite. And judging by the background, looks like it might be his bedroom or an office. You know, that's enough of that. There's so much stuff going on in there. There's bullying going on. Looks like the ninja himself is bullying his viewers. 3 p.m. Eat Penny. You stream. Oh, if you're streaming, that means I should be lurking in your channel. Hey. Let me fix that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fix that. Oh, in case y'all didn't know, Gray Eyes Plays is online right now. In case you didn't know that. Okay. Penny's playing Destiny 2. Here's your audio. And here's me hitting the mute on the tab. I'm now viewing you, Penny. There you go. I can't prove it, but yet you can hear it. If you can hear yourself, then yeah, that's how I prove that. Okay, I have a new lock screen now. Oh, look, it's someplace in Hawaii where there's no volcano. This says it's Kauai, which is another island. It's an island in the chain. It's near Oahu. The volcano is on the Big Island. PIN number again. So we need to fix that now. Display settings. It always wants to do stuff that I don't want it to do. Personalization. Lock screen. Screen timeout settings. Never go to sleep. And don't turn off the monitor for at least a half an hour. Thank you. I'll just leave the other stuff turned on for now. And now we're going to do the knee night thing. Let me sign in over there so you can see what's going on. To the list. It's already here anyway. And this is how I usually install stuff. Could move the camera over there. I need to copy this and this. Copy. need to copy them to the USB stick. And then get rid of the USB stick. I don't need it anymore. Might be helpful if you didn't have an Explorer open for it. That's right. USB stick is removed. And the music is continuing across the street. Epana, you would like this music. Concerning it's Spanish. In case you didn't know, I live in Panama. So, and being Saturday, they were playing music over across the street where the car wash. They just started business at a car wash. But I have yet to see them wash a car. Typical Saturday. Let's make noise in the daytime. The car wash is in the middle of a residential area. Although next door is a store run by Chinos. Chinese. The Chinese have taken over the little stores here. Okay, so I have Google Chrome, Steam, and other stuff on here now. So now I can install Steam. In fact, Steam is installed. Now it's going to download updates to Steam. When I'm completely updated and logged into Steam, I can download my games. There's only a couple of games that can even run on here like it is. But I got plenty of computers for playing games on. In a future episode, you'll see me swap my GTX 750 with my GTX 1060. I'm going to marry the 1060 with the i7 chip and put the GTX 750 with the i5 chip. Although I can probably play a game, a decent game with decent graphics on the i5 system. It's a 4-core processor. We're going to go shopping at my local computer store here in a little bit too. Let's do that now. I'm just going to go. I did a screenshot yesterday. Screenshot. Guess what just came into town? That's right. Second item on this shopping list. It's a Ryzen 7 2700X. That's right. They are in country. Look at the price for it. $389.90. Considering this is Panama, that's pretty cheap. Let me get rid of my emails and my tweets. Panama. Joy Tech computer. I'm torn. Oh, they lowered the price. Now I'm happier. This said $435 2 days ago. Apparently they saw the price of their competitor and matched it. In fact, it's cheaper. They want Lowtech here wants $389.90. So save $4 here at Yoitech. It's already in my shopping cart. Let me show you what we got here. So we have this R7 2700X, which just lowered by $50. Thank you very much. We have one X470 motherboard. The rest of them haven't showed up in town yet. So if I were to get rid of the 470, let me just take it out of the cart. There's a Gigabyte B350 Gaming 3 for only $114. The problem I have, yes, I also have a 2400G in the shopping cart. We'll get rid of that temporarily. So here's what we got. So we have a B350 motherboard. The problem with this bad boy is it's not made for Ryzen 2 chips yet. But instead of paying $200 for the other motherboard, why not just get this and take it home and see if this will work in it? And if it doesn't, then you go back to the store and you put this in there. If you put this processor in there, you can update the BIOS. And then this Ryzen 7 will work in this AB350 motherboard. And because you have this, you can get an A320 motherboard and put that in there, and then you have two computers for $639.60. This is only in the shopping cart to get this APU, to give this APU a job. You can use this APU and that A320 motherboard for anything that doesn't require much processing power. You can use it to watch Netflix in 720p. That would be fine. So how much is that without the processor and that motherboard? $500. That's not bad, considering it's a Ryzen 7 2700X with a super processor, or has a super spire. I forgot the name of the processor, or the cooler on the processor. This says, let me translate this to English. This is not correct. The base clock is not 4.3 gigahertz. Here's what it really is. Let's just go to Newegg. This will give us a price. This will give us a price too. This is a Wraith Prism cooler. Price at Newegg is $324.99, and it's 3.7 gigahertz stock clock. Oh, that's why they put 4.3. Get rid of that. They put 4.3, but that's the boost clock. Now I understand. Now I know why they did that. They should have put the base clock is 3.7. The reason why it's $385 is because it costs about that much to get it to Panama from a place like Newegg or Amazon. Because you have to pay taxes on it, and you have to pay customs duty on it. So that's about right, about $60. The tax is 7%. Customs duty is 3%, so you have to pay about 10%. So it's about $32 for the 10%, and you have to pay another 7% on the 3%. They have tax on the tax, plus another $10 to ship it here. It would probably be cheaper to get it here. It'd probably be cheaper to get it here by sending it through customs. But you have to wait for it to get here. If you pay $385, you get it immediately. Component, memory, DDR4. You need to go as fast as humanly possible, which means you got to go very expensive. Four, 666. You need at least 16 gigs for that kind of a processor. And you need to go as fast as humanly possible. I would probably go for this kit right here. And we need 2 of those. That's a 3,000, 16 gig of 3,000 DDR4. And that's going to cost me $240 bucks just for the memory. That's how much it would cost me to upgrade the Ryzen here in Panama. So, there you go. How are we doing over here? Who wants me to log in? We'll log in later. So that is that. Let me do that right now. I don't need that. I don't need that. But I need do need this dog.com. And we're going to download their client. Not like that. Downloads. There's the dog.com. Dog.com. GOG Galaxy. It doesn't make it real obvious where you need to download their client. I finally found it. You saw how long it took. The client is 102 megabytes. 182 megabytes, I'm sorry. I don't know what I just said. And we're installing. Let me go get my credentials for that. Coach Steele just went live. He needs to get affiliated, so you guys go over there and lurk for him, will you please? Now, I'll write it down here in a second so you can see it. Sort of kind of doing something at the moment. I have another culprit. Somebody decided to unfollow me.
Also rocking my Twitch.
Guess what I'm going to do? I just unfollowed him. I'm not going to say who it is, but I know he came from Godbeck. If you have a follow for follow on there, or if you want a shout out, I follow you. That's great. Now, if you follow me back, that's also great. But once you follow me, that's it. If you follow me and then a few hours later or a few days later, in this case, this guy followed me for 2 weeks and unfollowed me 23 hours ago. Bye. Unfollow me. Follow for follow means is a contract in my eyes, and if you unfollow me, I'm gonna unfollow you. Bye bye. Now, getting my credentials for GOG. Stand by. Oh, I also can't log in. I can't log into GOG through a remote desktop. Oh, and look what else is happening. You can't see it, but it's downloading an update. The least they could do is not. The least they could do is put their update in the current download. Anyway, back to the follow thing. If you follow me, I have a record on Twitch of who you are. I also have access to a website that tracks who the unfollowers are. That's why I have a thing on my feed that says, if for some reason you unfollow me, I will find out, and I'm just going to do the same thing you just did to me. I'm going to unfollow you, which means you get no more views, no more lurks, no more hosts, nothing. There's no logical reason for you to unfollow me. Unless you simply don't like me. Well, if you don't like me, then I don't like you either. Bye. Let's see. I'm going to try to log in through remote desktop, but it probably won't let me. Let me do something else first. I'm going to try to log in through remote desktop. Last time I did this, did not work. You cannot log in through remote desktop to GOG. Hey, it is working now. Settings. Starting page needs to be the library. And I just got an error. Fatal error. And GOG isn't even on my desktop. Oh, now it is. Yeah, it is. Now it's on the taskbar. Steam is on the taskbar. I'm trying to launch it again. Stand by. Phone call for DDT. 1:34. 1 minute ago. Hey, Jinx. What are you doing? I just talked about you about a half hour ago. Let me repeat myself. Where's my face? Oh, sorry. Okay. I said to Jinx, your overlay is in the way of your heading when you're playing Fortnite. I can't see your heading. Can you adjust it so I can see your heading? And also, you're streaming at 6,000. My max download is 6,000. So guess what's happening? Yep, I'm buffering. If you could only slow it down. Or if Twitch would only give me the option to automatically slow down. This is a double problem for Twitch because they're not giving me an option to slow down automatically or any other way. And I can only download at 6,000. That's the second Twitch problem. Their max, it's not my ISP, it's their fault. It's Twitch's fault. So if you can only do me a favor and slow down your thing to 5,000, everything will be fine. I've already done it with, what is his name? Hold on. I have my inbox here. Glitch Steel. I asked him to slow down to 5,000, and everything is fine. I'm logging into him right now. Oh, what the heck just happened? Oh, I put him in the trash instead of logging into it. Back to the inbox. Let me kill his audio. Let me see what he's doing here. Okay, he's not affiliated, so he will not have any video quality options at all. He streams at 720p 60. Let me see what his bit rate is after I asked him to change it. His bit rate is 5,000. And it looks like it's perfectly fine. He's playing the Surge. Oh, and he's not affiliated, so you guys go over there and follow it. You guys need to come over here and lurk. Because he doesn't have affiliation yet. Yes, I know. Ugly background. Wires everywhere. Dog is taking a nap. And my wife just called. She safely arrived to the interior of the country, about 90 kilometers from here. What's going on in Gigabyte land? Oh. This is GOG Galaxy is, oh, it wants me to, you guys can see my email address. Great, now I get to give GOG a piece of my mind about my email address. You guys didn't see my email address. But if you did, you want to email me, I'm just going to delete it as spam. So don't email me. You want to contact me? Twitter is the way to go. Yeah, Jinx, just lower your thing to 5,000. And we shouldn't have an issue about my buffering anymore. As I said, I don't know. Nobody else is complaining about buffering on Twitch. If only somebody would give me a screenshot of how fast they can download a single stream from Twitch using, you know what I'm talking about, using the task manager. Let me bring it up. Right there, task manager. I'm currently, this task manager only does one computer at a time, obviously. I'm waiting for Twitch to catch up so you guys can see it. The bottom left, under the graph, if that says 6 megabit, 6 point, if I go, I can't get above 6 megabit for Twitch. If somebody give me a screenshot of anybody doing faster than 6 megabit, that would give me ammunition for Twitch. That would give me proof that Twitch needs to up my speed, because it's not my fault and it's not my ISP's fault. You know what Twitch requires in order to even talk to them about speed? They require a open ticket at your ISP, and they require a number so they can track it. That's how ridiculous Twitch is about it. If somebody can give me a screenshot that shows faster than 6 megabit per second, let me put the mouse over here. Right now, I'm getting 56K for this computer. I'm uploading at around 2,000. It's supposed to be faster than that. Yeah, I'm streaming at 2500, 720p 30. But if somebody can get me a screenshot and send it to my Twitter that says faster than 6 megabit per second, you can choose anybody. You can choose Ninja. He's online right now. Get rid of that. Twitch.tv/ninja. Alright, we'll get rid of the audio because he's a silly man. Don't pay any attention to his chat. In fact, I'll get rid of it outright so you can't see it. Oh, he just won another. Oh, look at that, Jinx. Ninja just won another Fortnite. How surprising is that, eh? Settings. You see the qualities here? He's partnered, obviously, with almost 7 million followers. Obviously, he's a partner. He gets this all the time. If I put this on 1080p 60, then you'll see how fast then you'll see my maximum download rate. There you go, right there, right now. This is for every single stream. I get 6 megabit per second. There's the proof right there. I'm not going to make it bigger. Just maximize your screen. I'm broadcasting in 720p, so but it's big enough so you can see it. And you can see the graph. 6 megabit per second is my max. Let's put his stream on, and this is what it does. Let me turn on, this is how I know how fast you're streaming to me. Ninja is streaming at 7.5 kbit per second. Or no, 7,500 kbit per second. And bam, there goes the buffering. You see the buffer size? That's in seconds. I just buffered in 8 seconds worth of video. Now look what happens to the buffer. Right over here. Where's my mouse? Right here where I just highlighted it. That's counting down. And when it hits 0, it's going to buffer. There it goes, buffering. Settings, quality. Let's go to 720p 60. Since Twitch conveniently gives you that. And look what happens. The playback rate is now down to around 3,000. You can literally do 720p 60 at 3,000. If you were at 5,000, it'd probably be a little bit better. The Twitch guidelines say 720p 60 frames per second. You shouldn't need to go faster than 5,000. That's straight from the Twitch website. I didn't bring that. I didn't bring that out of my ass. That's straight from the Twitch website. Let's get rid of Ninja. Yes, Godbeck is still offline. Let me find my girlfriend here. Well, the girlfriend is married, so disregard the fact that I just call her my girlfriend. I'm looking for right here. Here it is. This is one of the web pages, but let me show you a better one. Okay, this one, Guide to Broadcast Health and Using Twitch Inspector. That's one of the websites you should use. This is straight from Twitch. And here's the broadcasting guidelines. 720p 60 FPS. Bit rate is 3,500 to 5,000. You could do 1080p 60 frames per second at 6,000. It says it right there. Now I would have a hard time looking at that because my max download is 6,000. But if you do 1080p 30 or anything less, I can see it because the max is 5,000. I can see everything except for the one. Godbeck is still offline. Where are you, Godbeck? We need you. King, we don't need him all the time. All right, now you guys can see my email address again. Don't look at my email address. All right, let me kill. Let me kill this. Now you can't see it. But you can see all my icons now. Here I am with my others. These glasses are 2.0, 2X. These ones are 1.5X. And they're 5 years old. I need new glasses. These glasses are bought from my eyesight can be corrected with ordinary glasses bought at a pharmacy, non-prescription. Now you know. I can see everything fine. In case you didn't see it earlier, guys. Jinx, I will be on your stream tonight. Or I will be in your chat tonight. Assuming you're streaming. And I may drop something in your direction if everything's working out fine on my end. Let me get the camera. I can't get the camera closer, but trust me, there's a motherboard sitting on top of that motherboard box without a case. Did I turn this computer off? No. My cable light computer is still turned on. You see this camera? That's my 720p camera. We're going to hook it up to this computer, and I'm going to give you some video. If I can. In fact, I don't even think I can. I have to install a couple of things. Dang it. Okay, I'm having trouble getting in there. First of all, I had it upside down. Alright, the camera is on there. Device is ready. Where's the camera? Then start. Camera. Oh look, it's sideways. You're really funny. You're hilarious. Oh, I have to do some stuff. Somebody tell me if you guys can hear the music that's arriving from through my window. They're doing some sort of concert at the car wash. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Maybe it's helpful to have a cheap microphone in this case, because a nice microphone would probably be picking that up. Don't look at my tongue. See, as you can see, I'm sideways, and I don't know why it's sideways like this. Oh, now I do. The camera was sideways. One. There, right here. And of course, it's too far away. Need to log back into the computer. I just figured out a way to do it. I don't need this. You need that. Stand by. Now I should be able to see something. Just use remote desktop. There's power spot. About 5 years old. T77 motherboard from Gigabyte. In fact, that's the motherboard box for it. That's a G550 Celeron Sandy Bridge and 4 gigabytes of memory. Wi-Fi. This camera is hooked up there now, and so is the monitor. And that's what time it is in Panama. 1:57. And they changed my scenery again. I don't know, I can't tell where it is. Well, we're about done playing around with this. Oh, and down here, our hard drive is just dangling in the air. Only the cables support its weight. The little laptop laptop hard drive. Hopefully that microphone isn't bothering my other microphone. There's no way for me to know, because I can't hear any audio at all. I have no idea what's going on here. Well, I would be able to hear the audio through these speakers anyway. Let me switch back to the camera. I'm going to log into GOG again over here. And forget my email address, because my spam will detect you immediately, and I'll just delete your email if you send me an email. Alright, what the hell just happened? Oh, I'm on the remote desktop again, DDT. Undo. Take a pill. I have to take a diabetes pill now. I accidentally turned on my email client. Didn't want to do that either. All right, let's see you later, Jinx. All right, don't pay any attention to my PIN number. And don't pay any attention to my password to God. And don't look at my email address. And then I'll log in through Facebook. I don't understand what the problem is. I have a login for GOG.com and it's rejecting it. I don't know if I'm logged in through Facebook or through my home email address. I have no idea. I thought it was through my home email address. I don't know what I was trying to tell me. Unfortunately, I can't play a game with sound. Because it doesn't like using a remote desktop. Alright, let me take that pill. You want me to hydrate? I'm not going to drink all of that. I'm going to drink about 2 seconds worth so I can swallow this little pill. There's not going to be any sound. You guys can't see crap. Somebody there. I'm used to somebody being there. Where is everybody? Yes, there's a secret here. There's a few dudes in here too. I don't know if you guys can see it. Doggy alert. I think there's a couple of guys in here. Yep. I know you guys can't see it, huh? Let me save the game. Back to the game. Which one's F8? Let me put this on. gonna put it on demo and see if it'll work. Oh, I know. I have an idea. I don't have to run it through GOG. I don't need GOG. I just put a desktop on her. I can find it. Let's try it. I wish you kept telling me that. Let's see if I can play this through the remote desktop. I don't even know. Hurricane Sid just went online. Go watch his stream, please. Go lurk in his stream. So there you go. I'm playing a game, or I can play a game. I have some hiccups, but I'm playing a game on a computer that's sitting outside of a box. Sitting on top of a big box. With a dangling hard drive. This came straight from GOG just now. You can play, apparently you can play Wolfenstein over the remote desktop, but I have to use the small resolution. I have to figure out why I need the small resolution. So there you go. What does this say? I don't need that. I don't care about that. Turn that off. All right. Who's online? Hurricane Sid is online. I saw his thing go by. There he is. Watch now. let's see if he got my thing. Okay, he's only got one viewer, and it's me. Hurricane Sid. Well, there's a 1 in there instead of a I. Let me type it out. Go over there and give him a alert, please. Here's another one. Give him a alert also. We both are not affiliated. If you like a little Spanish, this guy's bilingual. He'll speak English too if you need to speak only English. Who else is in here? Warlock 74 is in here. He's currently hosting somebody, but that's all right. Sec. And one more shout out. KR0116 is here. Cut. She's hosting RGen. These last two, Warlock and KR, are not online at the moment. They're hosting somebody. So the first three are streaming right now. The last two are not, but you need to go over there and follow them because they're all part of Team God's Back, and tell them I sent you. They know who I am because, well, they're here for one thing. Welcome to everybody. I'm going to kill this project for now. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what we're going to do. It's lunchtime and I don't want to eat in front of it. It's not going to be just that, don't worry. I'm going to have some soup also. And maybe a sandwich. But I don't like stuffing my face while I'm streaming, so I'm going to cut off the stream, but I'm going to come back in about a half an hour to an hour. If that's okay with you guys. And I don't even know what's on HBO tonight. Today's Saturday, and a new movie comes out here in Panama every Saturday night. Let's go find out what it is. I'll even show you what it is. HBO. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I also watch TV. As I mentioned last night, I couldn't be with Godbeck last night because I had ABC primetime last night. I was watching Once Upon a Time, and I was watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Schedule. Tonight at 8. Despicable. Rented Lips. Despicable Me 3 is on tonight. I'm going to give that a pass because I haven't even seen the first 2 of those yet, let alone this one. So I'll give that a pass tonight. You guys can't see anything, can you? I have the channel on the far left, HBO. Every Saturday night there's a premiere at 8 o'clock. Next week it's Fahrenheit 451. I'm gonna at least grab that. There's also a mini marathon of Westworld just before that of 4 episodes. And on May 26th, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. When did that movie come out? How many are there of that? Anyway. It came out last year in 2017. How many are there? How many movies are there of Pirates of the Caribbean? Maybe Wikipedia can tell me. According to this, there's 5. First one was in 2003. Last one is the one I just said, Dead Men Tell No Tales, in 2017. And there's another one in the works. So now you know. I haven't watched any of them. Yes, we still know you're offline. Thank you. So I'm going to eat my lunch. And I'll come back in about an hour or so and I'll play some Sims 4. Unless somebody wants something else. You've got 1 minute to tell me if you want something besides the Sims 4. Meanwhile, I'm going to shut this off. Removed. Camera removed. Mouse removed. Video removed. Removing. Wi-Fi removed. Keyboard removed. CPU power removed. Hard drive data removed. Not having trouble getting this out. Removing memory. reinstall the memory. And all that was happening right here. On that. You can safely, if this is done correctly, you can safely haul your motherboard around with the CPU cooler. And that is how I do that. Okay, so anyway, as I said, it's time for lunch. And I'll see you guys later. Hopefully in about an hour or so. DDT out.